she watched me cry, said it's better off to feel it hard than not to feel it at all. Then she picked me up and threw me down and watched me fall. All we are is purity and light. All we are is love. All we are is energy and light. All we are is love, 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 love. All we are is purity and light. All we are is love. All we are is energy and light. All we are is love, 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 love. All we are is purity and light. All we are is love, 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 love. All we are is energy and light. All we are is love, 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 love. Had a run-in with the devil last night. He gave a little smile and said we're all on the same side. Driving up the road, up, around the road, coming to a stoplight, flip through the radio. I find myself a thought right there in the sunshine. We're coming up fast on summertime. The earth is spinning on its axis around the great star. We react with jubilation, illumination, the day stretching into a longer duration. I'm running into summertime, and up ahead I see a clear blue sky. I'm running into summertime. World is big and the world is mine. Just as the thought's gone, I can't help but thinking that this light is just too damn motherfucking long. So I roll down the window to feel the sun on my skin. I find myself playing with the radio again, but I can't seem to find that perfect song. The light turns green and I move along, keeping up the pace in the midday rat race, trying to keep cool. Just another into summertime, and up ahead I see a clear blue sky. I'm running into summertime. I said the world is big and the world is I come into my house, it's quiet, I'm alone. I check the messages from the telephone. Take off my shoes, sit on the phone, maybe pack up a bowl and open up the back door. I start to feel a beat. I'm on a rock song, I'm on a rock song about summer heat. I'm running into summertime, and up ahead I see a clear blue sky. I'm running as easy as you get it, it can be taken from you. As quick as you forget it, it can come back through. As hard as you try not to cross the line, you may find yourself.
Check, check.
On the
Check,
other
check.
side.
Hello.
So don't hold on
Check,
too
check.
tight, but don't let go. No, don't push too
Check.
hard.
Checking.
Just let
Hello.
yourself grow.
Checking.
Because it's
Still talking. Talking. Check. Hell, there we go. There I am.
Got it?
Yep.
Was it you or me?
Check.
All right, we'll leave it there. It's kind of hard.
It's a wide skyline. Watch your sun rise. It's a wide skyline. Don't let the midday shine make you blind. What goes up just might float away, and what you sure will leave might stay. You see, as hard as you try not to cross that line, you may find yourself, on the other side. So don't hold on too talk, soar don't fly, do don't try, be don't act, dream don't fact, swim don't sink, imagine don't think, love don't hate, go don't wait, listen don't hear, and jump don't fear. Run don't walk, scream don't talk, soar don't fly, do don't try, be don't act, dream don't fact, swim don't sink, imagine don't think, love don't hate, go don't wait, listen don't hear, and jump don't fear.
Well, no, he's there, but also Wysong for Crystal Service.
Good morning. And welcome home to Unity of Indianapolis. It's a spiritual community built by love. No matter who you are or where you're from, you are welcome here. Please join me now in the statement of truth. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent.
Oops. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself, and I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. Well, now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Okay, after that, let's take a breath. As we prepare for our prayer, I do not have the script. I believe I light the candle. What would I do without you? What would I do? As we light this Christ candle, we honor the divine light within each of us. And we recognize this light is the presence of God, guiding us in wisdom, love, and peace. Today, we affirm that the Christ light shines brightly in our hearts and in the world. So now let us pray. Take a breath. In this sacred moment, we turn inward and remember the one presence, the one power, divine life, expressing as every person, every people, every heartbeat on this earth. We affirm that all are created in holiness, dignity, and worth, and that love is the truth of who we are. Remembering February is Black History Month, I was inspired to write this prayer. We consciously honor Black History Month, and we give thanks for the brilliance, the strength, and creativity, leadership, and faith of Black people, past and present. We recognize the sacred endurance of a people who have transformed struggle into song, prayer into power, and hope into forward moving. And we affirm that this history is not separate from us. It is a living blessing that expands the soul of humanity. We acknowledge that we are carried by the prayers of our ancestors, by those who walked before us, who dreamed freedom when it was denied, who spoke truth when it was dangerous, who loved their children and communities with holy determination. Their prayers are still moving through us, steadying our steps, guiding our choices, and calling us to courage. Let us affirm the spirit of justice, wisdom, and compassion is active in our world. Healing is happening. Liberation is unfolding. Hearts are opening. And so in gratitude, we release this prayer into the creative law of life, trusting it is already done, already unfolding, and already fulfilled. Amen, 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 and so it is.
Let the light come through like a door wide open. Let it all be new. All that once was broken. Let the light come through like a hearth in winter. Let it fill the room, ever warm and tender. It lives in me, it lives in you. So let the light come through.
like a sacred morning, like this one. All hope renewed. See the world transforming, illuminate the places in the dark, and let your life be like a blazing star. Remember that the light is where you are. It lives in me, it lives in you. So let the light come through. Let the light come through. There's no need for hiding. It was always you. Ever golden shining, illuminate the places in the dark, and let your life be like a blazing star. Remember that the light is where you are. It lives in me, it lives in you. It lives in me, it lives in you. It lives in me, it lives in you. So let the light come through.
Today's daily word is release. I release old beliefs as I grow and evolve. So many things shaped my beliefs over the years: my upbringing, family history, education, friendships, and spiritual life, to name a few. As I go through life, I will have new experiences and meet all kinds of people. I may find old beliefs that once fit me well and no longer fit. Growing and deepening in spiritual understanding may mean releasing ways of thinking that are no longer serving me. But I can do that and still honor the person I was, my background, and my history. Releasing makes room for my mind and opens my heart for the person I am becoming. Releasing my old beliefs readies me for a future of growth and evolution. And from Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 4, now look, I've just released you today from the fetters on your hands. See, the whole land is before you. Go wherever you think is good and right to go.
This song is about letting go of holding on to the belief that there's anything wrong. These days I've been having trouble waking up. I'd rather stay asleep than try to believe in a higher love. I think I'm fooling everybody else. I say that I know that I'm loved, but I don't, 'cause I'm still punishing myself. You see, I've been holding it in, brilliant light. They told me it was intimidating, so I've been keeping it inside. But when I woke up this morning, I realized that something this bright is destined to rise. So I gotta rise. I'm gonna rise up from my bed, get into my body and out of my head. I'm letting go of holding on to the notion that something's always wrong. I'm incredible, it's beautiful, this life that I live. So I'm gonna hold my head high like the queen that I am, living my life for the wonder that it is. These days I've been having trouble getting mine. Stuck still in a tiny bubble, just watching my life roll by. I get anxious, I'm afraid of everyone else. But to be honest, it just gets worse when I'm alone with myself. You see, I've been holding it back, this power inside, too scared to act. And so I live in my mind, but now I see power is in my nature. Just like day comes after night, naturally I gotta rise, I gotta rise. So I'm gonna rise up from my bed, get into my body and out of my head. I'm letting go of holding on to the notion that something's always wrong. I'm incredible, it's beautiful, this life that I live. So I'm gonna hold my head high like the queen that I am, living my life for the wonder that it is. It ain't enough to just believe. Living life is a physical kind of spirituality. It ain't just in the movement of your mind, it's the movement of your feet. It's in the steps that you take. It's the body alive. It's the love that you make. It's the way that you rise. So I'm gonna rise up from my bed, get into my body and out of my head. I'm letting go of holding on to the notion that something is wrong. I'm gonna rise up from my bed, get into my body and out of my head. I'm letting go of holding on to the notion that something's always wrong. I'm incredible, it's beautiful, this life that I live. So I'm gonna hold my head high like the queen that I am. Are you gonna hold your head high like the king or queen you are? Oh, I'm gonna hold my head high, hold my head high, hold my head high, hold my head high, hold my head high like the queen that I am, living my life for the wonder that it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse. Amazing. Raise your hand if you were here for Jesse's concert last night. Look at all of those lucky, lucky people. She and Katie gave an amazing, beautiful, and heartfelt concert last night. If you were not here, I am sorry. It was wonderful. And part of having traveling artists in is making sure we support our traveling artists. There is a QR code out there if you just want to give her some extra money. She has a merchandise table to die for out there. It would be a disservice to not at least look over the merchandise, and my recommendation would be buy something. Please, let's support this very talented, beautiful lady in her work. All right. I'm going to kick off with a meditation. So if you would, put your feet on the floor, get things out of your hands, hands in your lap, palms up, ready to receive. If you are comfortable doing so, close your eyes or at least lower your gaze. And I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose, all the way down into your heart space. Let that out. As you continue breathing deeply in through your nose and down into that heart space, I want you to picture the air coming in as the light of the universe. You are pulling that light in through your nose, into your chest, into your heart space, your center of love, and exhaling through your mouth. Inhale that light again and let it go beyond your chest. Let it fill down into your belly, your lower back, your centers of wisdom and strength. Every time you exhale, you're making more room for more of that light to come in. Breathe it in, let it fill your entire being full of the light, the energy, the vibration of the universe. Continue breathing deeply. Let the light come through you. All that was once broken will now be new. As you allow yourself to release your old habits that no longer serve you. Release your old ways of thinking that belong to generations long gone. Release your patterns built from the shadows of experiences you barely even remember. Let them all go. Look at who you truly are. Free up the brilliant light that is inside you. Free your mind to notice your body, to notice the world, to notice the things that you take for granted. Then allow yourself to change so that you can change the world. Seeing the world transforming, illuminating the places in the dark, and letting the light of God shine through you now. Let us take a moment in silence. As you bring your attention back into the room, you can wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, wiggle around in your seat. And now, as you are able, I would like you to stand. If you choose to remain seated, that is fine too. But I want to do an exercise. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart if you are standing. And it is important that you do not move your feet. If you remain seated, it is important that you keep your hips attached to the seat. Do not lift your hips. You're remaining grounded. I want you to take your dominant hand and point straight out in front of you. And then stare at that fingertip. Now what you're going to do is you're going to move in the direction of your dominant hand. So if you're left-handed, you move to your left. If you're right-handed, you move to your right. Follow your fingertip. Watch where you're going. I want you to turn as far as you can, watching that dominant hand finger. Once you have turned as far as you can, mentally note that spot on the wall or in the space beyond it. And then you're going to bring that back to center, where you are all pointing accusatorily at me. Perfect. Now close your eyes. We're going to do the same thing, but only in mind. Your body does not move at all for this. So your hands are down, your eyes are closed. Picture your hand out in front of you. Picture viewing that fingertip. Picture moving in the direction of that dominant hand. But this time, as you move around and you get to that spot where you stopped, you do not have to stop. Somehow, miraculously, your body keeps going. Impossibly, your body keeps going all the way around, until you are focused back where you started. You've made a complete 360-degree turn in your mind. And you keep going. You keep going around. You've gone 1.5 times around your body, and now you keep going. Now you've circled around twice. And you keep going. Impossibly, but you keep going. You finally stop and bring yourself in your mind back to where you started. Now we're going to open our eyes and we're going to do it again. This time physically. Hand out in front, pointing again accusatorily at me. You're going to look at that fingertip. And you're going to follow it around as far as you can in the direction of your dominant hand. When you're done, you can bring it back. How many of you went farther the second time? Right. Look at these hands. Hey, keep them up. Look around the room. Why did we go farther the second time? We had seen ourselves go farther in our minds than we physically had been able to do the first time. Go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. Right. I know, the first time I ever did that exercise, I was like, what? Because it was, I don't know about you, mileage will vary, but for me, the difference was significant. This was posted earlier this week in the social medias by our own Linda Shallow, and I asked her permission to share, and she was like, it's from NASA, you can share it. But she said, at the NASA Space Station Science Center, there's a poster with bees that reads, "The aerodynamic body of a bee is not suited for flight, but it's good that the bee doesn't know this. The law of physics, the aerodynamic principle states that the wingspan is too small to keep its massive body aloft in flight, but the bee doesn't know. She knows nothing about physics or its logic, and yet she flies anyway." This is what we all can do. Fly and triumph at any moment in the face of any difficulties under any circumstances. Bees, regardless of the size of your wings, fly and enjoy life. Or put more succinctly by author Anais Nin, we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. The bulk of my talk today, I don't know why I'm just standing here, I have a wireless. The bulk of my talk today comes from 2 interviews that I had listened to recently. Bless you. One was with Dr. Ellen Langer. She's a Harvard psychologist. And the other was with Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's a scientist and author of The Honeymoon Effect. So Dr. Ellen Langer, by the way, fascinating person. The interview, I could talk for hours just on that interview. I won't do it today. You're welcome. But I could. Just fascinating stuff. So she's done tons of experiments, psychological experiments. She's known as the mother of positive psychology. She's also known as the mother of mindfulness. Oh, right. Mindfulness. We like that. So one of her early experiments was in a nursing home. So she had witnessed in the nursing home that most residents were very inactive. And what she did was she went in and she started giving them really minor choices to make. Like, oh, you have visitors coming in. Do you want to meet them in the dining room or over in this lounge? And let them make the decisions. What they found was that the people that made decisions were healthier and lived longer than those who did not. Or, as she put it, if you believe you matter, your body reacts like you matter. The opposite is also true. she tells the story of her mother's breast cancer. Her mother had breast cancer that had metastasized to her pancreas. Now, anybody that knows anything about oncology knows that pancreatic cancer is usually considered a death sentence. I'm very thankful to know at least one survivor of pancreatic cancer. Thank you, God. My mother-in-law. So, right. In this case, the doctors treated her mother like she was dying. They did not exercise her. They wouldn't take her out. They wouldn't let her, really get her legs or keep her legs strengthened. But her mother was not convinced that this was the end. And in fact, the cancer went away on its own, miraculously vanished. The doctors had no idea how it could happen. I'm going to go back to the podium. This is beginning to annoy me. The doctors had no idea how this could happen. So when she left, of course, she was in a wheelchair because her legs had atrophied. But she survived. There's so much in our mind, so much power in our mind. Dr. Langer says, whatever we do to the mind, we do to the body. Whatever we do to the mind, we do to the body. And she says, if we can make people more mindful, they live longer. It feels good, and it's good for you. And I do want to be clear, when she's talking about mindfulness here, as a scientist, she is not talking about being introspective. She's not talking about being thoughtful. In this case, as a scientist, what mindful means is being present in this moment. Not up here. Here. You got a lyric about getting into my body, out of my mind. That's exactly the mindfulness we're talking about, right? Dr. Bruce Lipton, the author that I mentioned earlier, talks about us having two minds. We have the conscious mind, which comes from the prefrontal cortex, right? Which is a later development for us. So that area of imagination, creativity, a place from which we can manifest things, that's all newer wiring. Then there's the subconscious mind, everybody's favorite, right? It's the subconscious. So the subconscious mind just runs its program. It just runs the program it's given. And it runs our body, and it runs our world. And when we are stuck in here, when we are stuck in thought, then who's running the system? The subconscious. If you're constantly stuck up here and not being mindful, you're on autopilot. You have to be present in the moment. Dr. Lipton points out, he talks about the various brain waves. I know many people here are familiar with brain waves. We have the beta waves, which are very focused academic work waves. We have the alpha waves, which are the very relaxed, kind of taking it easy waves. There's the theta waves. So theta is more light sleep, meditation, and hypnosis. Well, for the first 7 years of our lives, we've not developed the conscious mind yet. We're in theta for the first roughly 7 years of our lives. So what does that mean? It means we're essentially in hypnosis mode. We talk about how children are sponges. They absorb everything. It's because essentially their mind is set in a hypnosis pattern where everything makes an impression. That's why children also notice everything. Who here has ever been like, oh, you can't get anything past a child, they see it all. That's because they're in that mode. They're in the world. They are present. They are present to the world, noticing it and absorbing everything. After age 7, roughly, give or take, again, mileage will vary, but after that age, we've developed our conscious mind, and then we spend so much time up here and less in the world itself. So, the fascinating and almost scary part about this is it even starts before you're born. The last roughly 3 months before you are born, the sound of your mother's voice, the sound of your father's voice or the other environmental sounds, music that is played outside the womb. Those things you hear. They register, they make impressions on you. So when babies are born, when they hear those sounds, it automatically alerts them. I know this thing. I know this voice. I know this music. But we spend so much time just trapped, right? Just thinking, trapped in our own heads. And again, when we are trapped in our minds, the subconscious is running everything. That subconscious mind that you developed as a child ends up running like 90 to 95% of what's going on in your life because you are not choosing to be present. I don't know about you, but I want to do better than that. I won't be perfect. I can promise you that, but I want to do better than that. Because things like mindlessly sitting in front of a screen, your subconscious is in charge. Even reading a book. You're engaging with your creativity, but you're not actually being the creative, right? So being present is different. And I'm going to go back now to Dr. Ellen Langer, the Harvard psychologist. She talks about two different forms of mindfulness. There's mindfulness from the bottom up and from the top down. Mindfulness from the bottom up is just taking the time to look at something new, even in the things you think you know really well. She recommends things like when you leave your home, look for 3 new things you had not really paid attention to. And after I heard that, because I'm thinking, the things I know really well, what am I going to find that's new? And it's like, I didn't realize there was that little design in this thing. Some new plant has cropped up that I hadn't seen. There are new things you have not noticed all the time. In fact, I'm going to challenge you. I'll give you like 30 seconds right now. Look around. Look at your clothing. Look at the seat next to you. Look at the people around you. Find 3 things that you had not noticed before. Things that are new to you in this moment. Maybe you glanced over them, but there's a detail like, there's a small snag in that seam. There's whatever it is. Finding those little new things all around you all the time. That's mindfulness. That's mindfulness from the bottom up. Mindfulness from the top down, it's a little tougher. It's great, but it comes with the understanding that everything is in flux. Nothing looks the same from different vantage points. And hey, I don't know anything anymore, and nor does anybody else. That's top down. Just realizing the flux of everything. Again, whatever we do to the mind, we do to the body. She did a counterclockwise study, was the name of it, where they took a bunch of older men and they found a retreat and they retrofit the retreat to be themed for 20 years earlier. So imagine you're now 20 years younger and everything around you looks exactly like the year 20 years ago, 2006. Right? Right. So imagine that. And they say, now live as your younger self. And so they do. They were there in that retreat. They lived as their younger selves. At the end of the study, vision had improved. Memory had improved. Strength had improved. They looked visibly younger because they believed they were younger. Whatever we do to the mind, we do to the body. There was a chambermaid study where they took these chambermaids, which is hard work. Anybody that has ever done like cleaning work, especially like in a hotel, it is hard work. And they said, okay, so how much exercise are you able to get? And the women all were like, none. I'm exhausted when I'm done working. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have money to afford a gym membership. They took half of the women and they said, when you're making a bed, that's like a rowing machine. You're doing the work. You just don't realize it. They went through all of the things they do and explained how each thing they did was exercise. Nothing else changed. The work did not change. They didn't change any other aspect. Later, the women that knew they were exercising when they worked lost weight, lowered their blood pressure, changed their hip to waist ratio, all because they understood it was exercise. And the women that didn't understand it, nothing changed. Whatever we do to the mind, we do to the body. There was an experiment where they did a small wound because they had the funding and the ability to do a small wound. I can only imagine we're talking like a pinprick or a paper cut because it had to be a small wound. They took a third of the people and put them in a regular room with a regular clock. They took a third of the people, put them in a room with a clock that was twice as fast. Took a third of the people, put them in a room with a clock that was twice as slow. We always think, oh, healing happens when healing happens. But in the room where the clock was twice as fast, healing happened twice as fast. Where the clock was twice as slow, healing happened twice as slowly. So healing, yes, happens in the body and happens in the mind. What we do to the mind, we do to the body. There was a diabetes experiment where they took people with diabetes and had them play video games with the instruction, every 15 minutes you have to change the game you're playing. Again, the clocks were switched. 1/3 regular, 1/3 fast, 1/3 slow. When they went to check blood sugars, did the blood sugars match real time or perceived time? I think by now you know the answer. Correct. The blood sugars matched the time that the participants thought had elapsed. So Dr. Langer, this is not a quote unique to her, but she says, don't add more years to your life. Add more life to your years. And in doing that, you will add more years to your life. I love that when she's talking about doctors and she's talking about health, everything's a probability. If a doctor tells you, you have cancer and you have 3 months to live, they don't know. They don't know. They are basing that off of other people's stories. They don't know. It's probability. Here was a really interesting thing that she threw out. What is 1 + 1? Does it seem foolish that I'm asking that? Okay, but that's assuming a base 10 number, right? What if it's base 12? It's not 2. What if I take one pile of laundry and I add it to another pile of laundry? I still have one pile of laundry. Correct? 1 + 1 is not always 2. You're making a bunch of broad assumptions about what the reality is. There is nothing that we know absolutely. One of my favorite things in A Course in Miracles workbook is the early lessons. Who's used the Course in Miracles workbook? The early lessons, like they challenge me so much and I love them. Nothing I see means anything. I have given everything I see all the meaning it has. I do not understand anything I see. I see a visualization of energy. I don't really understand it. And these thoughts do not mean anything. It's like, right? So simple, so hard. We don't understand. We don't really know. We know what we need to get through life, but we don't really understand it. I think I have one more experiment to talk about. This was not Dr. Langer's, but it was one she discussed. And I don't know how they got permission to do this, but there were people that needed knee surgery. So dividing it into thirds, 1/3 did not have the surgery. The other 2/3 had surgery. However, 1/3 had the regular knee surgery. The other third, they cut into the knee and did no other surgery. The people that had the fake surgery healed at the same or better rate. They recovered the same or better than those that had the real surgery. I know. Well, one more case. This isn't exactly an experiment, but there's one more case. There was a man that she talked about who had tumors that were the size of oranges. And they gave him a drug, and the tumors shrunk, went away completely. He later found out the drug was a placebo. Tumors came back. They offered him a new drug, a real drug, that was very powerful. Took the drug, tumors went away. Then he read a report that that drug was worthless, tumors back, and he died, right? Right. Don't tell me the things I don't need to know. There's the whole concept of you'll see it when you believe it, right? Not believe it when you see it. You'll see it when you believe it. And I want to go back to Dr. Lipton, the author of The Honeymoon Effect, for a moment, and that talk about the theta waves, because he talks about ways to reset our subconscious. Because sometimes our subconscious tells us, oh, everybody that I know got cancer died. Well, that's not what you want your subconscious to be telling you, because it's A, not true, but B, not in your best interest. So how can we reset our subconscious? That took years to develop. And it's that giant elephant you're trying to control. Well, if it was programmed using theta waves, we can help deprogram it or reprogram it also with theta waves. One of the simplest ways to access theta waves is going to sleep. When you go to sleep, shortly after you fall asleep, there's a short period of time when your brain is in theta, which is why when people use spoken word meditations to fall asleep to, they actually do have some efficacy, because there's a period where your brain is receptive. So if you can find those that work for you, or heaven forbid, make your own, that is an excellent way to help reprogram those things that you don't even think about. All the shadow things that we deal with that don't even come to the light of day because they're so far back. And when you're 3 years old, I don't even remember why I think this. It's just part of my wiring. You can help reprogram that when you're falling asleep. He has two very important points that will not be a surprise to anybody from New Thought. One, it has to be affirmative. It has to be affirmative. So you're not doing negative things. You're not saying, I'm not this. You're affirming what is. And two, it has to be in the present. You own it as already here. As he said, if you keep reinforcing, I want to be healthy, I want to be healthy, I want to be healthy, a year later, guess what? You will want to be healthy. But if you keep reinforcing, I am healthy, I am whole, I am worthy of good health, a year later, your health will improve. So, positive, affirmative, present. So as I'm getting to the end of this talk, I do challenge you, first of all, to use that bottom-up mindfulness. I want you every day to find 3 new things, and preferably in the same place every day. Maybe getting into your car. What are 3 new things every day in your car, or leaving your home every day, or in your home, or on your body? What are 3 things that you hadn't noticed? If you want to experience like a beautiful day, it is up to you to decide that it is a beautiful day. By the same token, if you want to experience a beautiful life, it is up to you to determine that this is a beautiful life. It's your choice. But you may have to work to overcome those subconscious things, that wiring that's inside us. 400 years ago, Shakespeare's character Hamlet observed, "There is nothing, either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." So may you think and choose wisely. And so it is. Amen. Amin. Aho. Ashe.
I love being in the space of a question mark, because there's so much power there, because when you're in the question mark, then you get to choose. And when you said what you said just now, it reminded me of that Joni Mitchell song, Both Sides Now. I've looked at life from both sides now, but it's all just illusion. It's life's illusions, I recall. I really don't know life at all. I think that's what she was talking about personally. I think that's what she meant. Thanks, Rev. Well, we're going to celebrate the fact that today is, we're affirming right now, a beautiful day. Yes. Get hyped. Yes. So you have 2 parts to learn. They're real simple. The first part goes like this. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Sing it. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Thank you for following instructions. Okay, so that's actually the second part. The first part goes like this. On the count of 3, I want you to give me your most primal and satisfying huh. Okay, yes. So everyone that was here last night, you remember. You can lead the charge. Okay, here we go. We'll try it. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Yes. Okay, great. Here we go. Dancing and clapping is encouraged. I wake up early to the morning sun. I don't know how it does it every day. It rises up and then it falls again. Born only to die away, yeah. Look in the mirror and I see myself. I don't know how I do it every day. Standing on this big blue rock, not knowing what I'm doing here. Still believing there's a reason, keep on keeping on my way. Each time I open my eyes, that's when I get to decide how I am gonna show up and show out in this life. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Everybody get up, sing it. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Affirm it. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. 2 more times. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Look at the clock, it's running day and night. Got no control in those little clock hands. A little soldier just marching through time. Well, I'm so glad I am not a clock. I am alive and I can choose to dance. Each time I open my eyes, that's when I get to decide how I am gonna show up and show out in this life. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Everybody get up. It feels so good, doesn't it? Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Oh, get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, I'm up, I'm up, and I'm thankful. Get up, get up, get up, and be grateful. I'm up, and I'm ready to play. Yeah. Everybody get up. Why? 'Cause it's a beautiful day. Yes. Everybody get up. Oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Yeah. Everybody get up. Oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Everybody get up. Oh, 'cause it's a beautiful day.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Jesse. This time I'd like to welcome our new folks. If today is your first time with us or first time in a long time, we warmly welcome you. Whether you have arrived here intentionally or simply followed a nudge of spirit, know that you are exactly where you're meant to be. At Unity, we will honor each person's unique spiritual journey and provide practical spiritual teachings that support healing, growth, and a deeper awareness of divine within. If you haven't already, we invite you to visit our welcome table out in the vestibule. Now, if you would please join me in February's affirmation. Our theme for 2026 is moving from vision to creation. Feel the shift and be the change. For February, our focus is on the power of strength. Let us affirm together this month's affirmation. Knowing the power of strength is within me, I relax and take the next right step. And now it's time to celebrate our riches. At Unity of Indianapolis, we celebrate our prosperity by embracing the spiritual practice of giving. We encourage everyone to practice giving as a way to support our community and grow spiritually. It is your offerings that supports our community, allowing us to continue our mission of being a thriving spiritual center that encourages conscious transformation. If you feel you've been spiritually nourished today, we gratefully welcome the gift that you can offer. We understand that everyone's situation is different, and we appreciate any form of support, whether it's financial, time, or skills. Instead of passing a plate, you will find baskets at the back of the sanctuary where you can place your donations as you leave. In the pocket of the seat in front of you, there are envelopes that you can place your cash or checks. Additionally, you can donate by scanning the QR code in your bulletin or going online to unityofindy.org. Let us now express our gratitude. If you are giving a gift today, please hold that money or check in your hand. And for those giving online or at a different time, hold the amount in your mind as we bless this offering. Divine love, working through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, all that I receive, and I am grateful. Let us pray. We are grateful for the gifts given here today, both the tangible and intangible. We are blessed by the presence of those of us and blessed by what they share with us today. We honor those gifts as they support the spiritual community in making positive changes in this neighborhood, in the city, and beyond. And so it is. And now,
Mark, before you start, Sharon has something.
Sharon.
This is a three-part. It is actually the white block ceremony that we do. I brought one for my daughter. I bought one for her because my two daughters, I adopted them. They were both drug-addicted babies. It's been a journey. It's been a battle. One of the effects as they got older was my oldest daughter had the most drugs. So she had a problem comprehending things. She would tell me she would learn things that would just go out of her head. They told me that she would never walk when she was a baby. I did not believe because my faith says what God says will happen. And she not only walks, she's an amazing dancer. And lately, she got into the idea, of course, you know, the arts, you got to have another job. So she had this idea of she wanted to give back. So she signed up for a clinical medical assistant program. The first time she took the test, and she studied very hard for it, even though she always told me, Mom, I know things, but when I get to the test, it goes out of my head. And she always had this problem of thinking she was just stupid. You know, she didn't understand things. She studied so hard for the first test. She didn't pass it. When she didn't pass it, she was so discouraged. And I told her, do not give up. God has a plan for you, and you just believe. Thomas prayed for me after she finished the first one and she failed it, and I told him what happened. And he told me his story. And it inspired me, and I went back and I told her, just don't give up. She studied very hard for the second one. Took it, at the end of it, when you take the test, everybody's in the room, you push a button that says done. She pushed the button, and it said it lost her test. So they were like, well, you can take it again. And she was like, Mom, I can't do this again. I studied so hard. But and then she told me, when on the white rock, she wrote confidence, because she's never had confidence in her ability. And she told me, Mom, when I took the second test, I took that rock in with me and I put it on the desk. And she never said anything else about the fact that they lost the test. She was like, you got to find it. I know I passed it. You got to find it. Weeks went by. We didn't hear anything. I didn't ask her. She didn't say anything about it. On my grandmother's birthday, we got a text message that said she passed it. Then we got And so, and actually, when they lost the test, I came back with no prayers. And again, you all prayed, still prayed, you all prayed. And we were like, where 2 or 3 are gathered, we're going to say that, yeah. So they text her and told her she passed the test. Not only that, she got a message from the lady who was running the program that said, your score was one of the highest. And we just wanted to. So my mom always told us, give people their flowers when they're here. Do not put them, So I want to give this one to And for yourself, I'll bring you it back. Thank you very much for allowing me.
Sure, come on up. Come on up.
So I've been part of Unity on and off for like 15 years, and I just wanted to reiterate what our message was today, and that when people are gathered, like our prayers are really heard. So in August, I found my daughter unresponsive and blue in bed. I performed CPR and prayed and called her back. She is here with us. She was diagnosed with epilepsy after that. And my prayer was that she outgrow it. And we got news last week, she does have the type, but by the time she's 16, she should no longer experience symptoms. So, which has totally helped her witness the power of prayer. And so I know many here have prayed with that. I'm also familiar with Bruce Lipton and the biology of belief. And I just wanted to share this short little snippet. When life isn't going the way sometimes we're attached and we want it to go. When I find myself in this situation, my body lets me know, I don't like this. So my head says, hey, how do you want to experience it? And with that pause, how do I want to experience it? I start my day, like Jesse says. I step out, I smile at the world, and it smiles back, even in the challenges. So I just wanted to share my testimony of community. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Ed and Michael and all the praise singers and everybody that makes up this place. Thank you for caring about each other and praying for each other. And sometimes we don't think that we're doing enough through prayer. And I have lots of stories and testimonies for my life that says, yes, it works. But I just wanted to put that in there today, that there is a biology to our belief. We are creators. And when we pause and say, how do I want to experience this? And I do want to share a quick note. Not everybody gets the good news about, like, my daughter's diagnosis. Hey, she's going to outgrow this, in between the time she's going to be okay. And I got to think, and even before knowing that news, I knew no matter what our journey was, no matter what our experience is, I knew I wanted to experience it with grace and to find all the ways that we're lacking love where I can insert love. So I just want to encourage everyone to take the pause, ask yourself, how do I want to experience this? Fill your life with love, sprinkle it out and share it, and this is a great way to start and share it. So.
I'll make this real quick. I've realized that one of my superpowers is spreading positivity. I've had a lot of struggles in my life. I don't have time to talk about those struggles. What I'm going to talk to you about is life is like a to-do list, okay? Think it in your mind. Write it down on the paper. Make a plan for it. Make an action for that plan, and guess what you get? You get results. Okay? So this is me, almost 9 months sober. And like many have said, you don't say, I used to be this. You say, now I can look myself in the mirror. Now I'm the man my daughter needs to be to get custody of her in a couple months. Right? I was at the lowest of the lows, but now I know the experience, and I've had to sit in those food pantry lines, and I've had to feel the shame of people looking at me. But now I realize once you're on the other side of that, the people on the other side of that are more beautiful. When I had everything that I wanted, I gave nothing. Now that I have only what I need, I give as much as I can.
We could go on. We could go on. Okay, let's move on to announcements. I got a list of them. Oh, it's only one-sided this week. The Data Over Dogma discussion on Wednesday, February 25th at 6:45 p.m. Reverend Edward Trout will lead a discussion of Dan McKellen's Data Over Dogma podcast discussing whether or not the Exodus from Egypt is factual. The community chat and pitch-in next Sunday, we will have our community unit, this will play on words. Community chat and pitch-in lunch following the service in honor of St. Patrick's Day. We are asking folks to bring in Irish dishes. Yes. Green foods or lucky foods. Men's study group. The book study will be meeting Thursday at 7 p.m. to continue discussing Matthew Fox's book, The Hidden Spirituality of Men. It is open to all male-presenting people and non-binary folks. Don't worry if you've not joined before, but feel free to drop in on the discussion. It's good stuff. Good stuff, yes. Heart and Soul Sisters will be meeting on Wednesday, March 4th at 6 p.m. to continue working on their book, Project 369. What? March 14th. 4th. March 4th? March 4th. And then the 8th. Anyway, annual membership form. It's time to complete your annual membership form. Please use your phone to access the QR code for the form. You can also pick up a printed copy if needed. And we need these completed in advance of March 22nd for the annual membership meeting. And next Saturday, there's going to be a celebration of life for Larry Fitzgerald. It would have been his birthday, Saturday, February 28th at 2 p.m. For those unable to attend, the service will be live streamed.
And I wanted to add something for the celebration of life for Larry next Saturday. I will be posting on the Spiritual Network probably this evening a list of volunteers that we're going to need. So stay tuned for additional details. And anybody who's interested in helping us, or, we're going to have food. There's going to be different stations set up. If you want to reach out to me directly, please feel free to do so. But definitely respond once I post it on the Spiritual Network. Thank you.
One last quick note. This is for the chaplains and prayer team. Please stay after service today for just a brief meeting. Reverend Michael. I suppose we'll meet in the boardroom? Or in here?
Let's do it in here.
Okay, we'll meet in here right after service. That is it. It is time for our peace song. If you want to join us in a circle.
So while you're making a circle, I want to remind you that Jessie has merchandise out in the fountain room. She brought a lot of her stuff with her, and so now it can become your stuff, and you can take it home, and she doesn't have to travel with it the rest of her tour. All right, here we go. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. God surrounds us.
We are the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
We are the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
We are the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us.
We are the presence of God.
Wherever we are, God is. We are divine, and all is well. Go out, shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Step out and take a chance. Walk the talk, join the dance. Relax, enjoy the ride. Let kindness be your guide. You gotta go out, shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out, shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. One voice, one hand, one heart. One change to take a start. We're one big family. What's good for you is good for me. Come on and go out, shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out, shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Have a great week, everybody.